This episode is unofficially brought to you by Essentia. We're here to put a flag in the ground and tell the world that a better you starts with a better water. Go grab a case or two or three or four, tell them Will Maddox sent you. WILLMATIC TV. I am your host with the most, and I came and I'm putting y'all in the post. All you other podcasts, back down. Because I came through with the quality sound. You already know what it is. Episode 28 and it's going down. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies. So many things that we can delve into. So many things going on right now. Not just in your local area and in your neighborhood, I feel like too often, we're so stuck within the confines of, basically just what we are seeing, and the tangible things. And, obviously the world, pardon self, the world is in our pockets now. And, that can be, a blessing and a curse, considering the fact that, a lot of us are basically just waking up. Just when not to get too deep into it, I got 10 for y'all. And by 10, I mean 10 topics on the docket, quick 10 pack for y'all and all that. Real quick, short, concise episode. I don't want to really beat around the bush on this. We have a couple of things we want to get to, but I just wanted to point out the fact that, man, we are so attached to our, mobile devices, and this technology, man. And if you just look at, I say all that to say this. The iRobot Renaissance is upon us, fam. Like, I'm gonna have to rewatch that joint. Like, I'm gonna have to take some time. Like, this weekend, I'm gonna sit down. I have the DVD. I will scour and find that DVD, fam, and I am going to rewatch iRobot. I'm literally just kind of like, I don't know, man. I just feel a little uncomfortable. Just a little uncomfortable with the direction that we are headed in. As far as, humans versus robots, man, the AIs is cooking up albums as I speak, fam. You got AIs putting out music now, and it's just a little too iRobot, right? And, man, how do you segue out of that? Like I said, man, so much things going on in the world, but there's only so much that we can talk about, because at the end of the day, fam, listen. Yeah. I know. You could probably sit and listen to me talk for days, but realistically, fam, there's only so much time in a day. And I only got 10 for y'all on this episode, right? So we gonna get right to it. Johnathan Majors is in a major bind right now. I'm not really. This the thing, right? This is not the shade room. I pride myself. Will Maddox TV. The E.B.C.G podcast. We are not the shade room. This is not a gossip blog. This is not a blog. This is not, Love and HipHop-esque. I got love. And I love hip-hop, but this is not Love and Hip-Hop. And at the end of the day, I say all this to say this, I basically...
Where no man has gone before.
I try to go where no man has gone before.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And, ladies and gentlemen, what the is this? Are you kidding me, YouTube? Bro, time out. So at this point, my episode is being hijacked, fam. What is going on, bro? Johnathan Majors is in a major bind right now, and I'm probably in a bind right now myself over here with my setup, because clearly I still got some work to do with my setup, and things are not quite where they need to be. Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast, right? He went crazy on all the podcasts the other day. Johnathan Majors basically, there's some allegations that have surfaced, and, this has kind of been a thing that's been going on, and for, over the course of, several months or so, and, it just seems to be a trend. I I'm not really here to speak on whether or not I feel like, this man is guilty or innocent. We will let the court of law, we will let the justice system, do its due diligence, right? Johnathan Majors was just in a film with Michael B. Jordan. What was that, Creed 3? And I didn't watch the film, but I mean, obviously the film was successful, with or without my purchase. This thing has been going crazy all over it's been making the buzz in Hollywood, and it was kind of like they were the new kids on the block kind of thing, right? Obviously now with these allegations, Jonathan Majors might really end up back on the block, fam. Because from what it's looking like, fam, and I ain't really do no research, but basically from, everything that I'm seeing, once again, we've seen this movie so many times, no pun intended. It's kind of like I don't even really feel the need to do any research. I kind of see where this is going, Several women are coming out, his team, I'm not sure how do you say, well, his team, right? The people who represent him, his management, you know, his partners, his associates have all parted ways, at this point. So it's kind of looking like, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. Is what it's looking like, And, I'm not sure exactly what the allegations are and what the specifics of the allegations are, but I mean, listen, man, it doesn't look good, the optics when, people who represent you and people who basically have established relationships with you over the years, and the people who the best, and basically the people who brought you or got you to this position, right? And the people who are basically eating and feeding their families off of you. For those people to kind of walk away from the situation, it kind of makes, the allegations have a little bit more weight to it, and unfortunately, what it's looking like is Johnathan Majors, is getting ready to get packed up, and they are about to pack this brother all the way up. I'm going to still call him brother. I ain't ready to just throw him under the bus quite yet. Like I said, man, I want to see that man in court, okay? In front of a judge. I want to see, him go through the process, in the justice system. And at the end of the day, I feel like, we all do deserve that at the very least before we just start, the internet ain't gonna wait, man. They already have memes and all type of shit pre-made. The AIs is already on memes and shit. Like, listen, fam, there's no escaping the wrath of the internet, right? So these type of things are only gonna snowball and continue to grow, man. And it is what it is, man. I'm not sure how Michael B. Jordan is gonna, Michael B. Jordan. That was kind of his man's, pause. I mean, listen, man, Michael B. Jordan and Johnathan Majors have been spotted out and about quite often, fam. And they ain't shy to, let you know about it. They doing photo shoots. They going in photo booths at the mall. They doing a lot over there, man. And realistically, that might be a whole nother podcast. But, prayers and condolences to everybody involved. I don't really know exactly how that's going to, play out. But I guess we will stay tuned. And, speaking of stay tuned, man, man, I'm trying to figure out how I want to segue into the next topic because I see it on the docket. I'm looking right at it. I made sure I put it at number 2 for this was strategic. I wanted to get the Johnathan Majors out of the way because realistically, fam, you can't really end the podcast with that, right? And I don't feel like that had enough weight for me to throw it in the middle, right? So I had to put that joint at the top, right? I had to start it off with that, right? That was kind of like let me just acknowledge the fact that I know that this is going on because I see everything. Nothing misses my desk. Everything comes across my table, right? Hey, yo, man, Tank and Ryan Garcia fought this Saturday, man, April 22nd. A day in history. Man, a fight in a moment that we thought we would never see, you know. And, you know, it started off, you know, kind of like something that just was like, you know, just trash talk. And, you know, we kind of was able to watch this thing really pick up some steam and really manifest and become a real fight. And you know what? We have to give Ryan Garcia a lot of credit, right? Not for the fight and the outcome of the fight, but for getting to that, to make the fight happen, basically, right? If it wasn't for Ryan Garcia pushing and pressing in the press, he was going on First Take, he was going on all them damn sports shows, he was calling this man out, he was FaceTiming him, he was DMing this man, he was doing the most, right? To get this fight and to make this fight happen. And at the end of the day, clearly, in the world of boxing, that's not something that we see quite often, right? Or at all, for that matter. There's fights that we probably, I'm sure there's a lot of fights that we haven't seen, based just because of all of the politics that's involved with boxing, right? And there was a lot of politics involved in this fight, and we're gonna touch on that just a tad bit. But man, listen, man, we're not gonna spoil this meal with no seasoning. We're not gonna put too much salt in this, right? Because I feel like I'm putting a little too much salt in the pot right now, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Tank is the face of boxing. No. Gervonta Tank Davis is the face of boxing right now. And I was getting ready to say the greatest of all time, and I caught myself. I had to slow down. Let me hold on. I mean, realistically, man, when it's all said and done, he'll be up there in that conversation. And I mean, listen, like I said, kudos to Gervonta, or rather, kudos to Ryan Garcia for making the fight happen, and for, you know, having the courage to, you know, want to get in the ring with this man. The only issue with that is you got in the ring with this man, and I mean, that's pretty much all you did. You got in the ring, fam. You got in the ring. You stood there and you became a punching bag between rounds 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right before round 7, when he got the liver punch of death, fam, and was forced to take a knee like Colin Kaepernick during the national anthem. That man was on a knee and he didn't get up. And, you know, realistically, listen, it's a tough sport. I get it. And I'm not going to sit here and act like, you know, I've never been punched in my damn stomach and like the wind has never been knocked out of me before. I know exactly how that feels. And, you know, the only difference between me and Ryan Garcia is I didn't go on First Take and ask for the damn fight, fam. I wasn't campaigning for the fight, bro. I had to just do what I had to do. I got caught up in the situation, wrong place, wrong time. You wanted this. You prepared for this. You begged for this. You asked for this. You cried for this. You went on the damn sabbatical. You had the mental health breakdown. You was doing a lot, fam. And realistically, like I said, I it was a certain point that I really didn't think we would ever see this fight, especially, you know, and I don't want to make light of his mental health. And obviously, listen, that's obviously, you know, way more significant than any fight. You know, that's probably, you know, the most significant fight for any fighter or any human for that matter, right? But with all that said and all that to the side, fam, because I'm putting too much salt in the pot again. Hold on, let me stir it up. Hold on, Tank is just a better fighter than him, bro. I mean, and realistically, man, this is a recurring theme for me on my podcast, where I have to come on here. You know, when I turn the instrumental down, that's when I got to get serious real quick. And, you know, realistically, I said some things on my last episode. I did. Y'all heard it. I put the snippets in the Instagram story. I watched it. I seen the faces in the story. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And realistically, fam, it was blasphemous. It was blasphemous. Everything I said was blasphemy, fam. I said that Ryan Garcia was going to go in there. Well, hold on. Let me slow down. I didn't say that. What I really did was I said that there were keys to victory. I said that he was going to have a fast, sharp, snappy jab, and he was going to have to utilize that jab and his length to create the distance enough to keep Tank off of him. I mean, we've seen what he did when he got close, fam. And it's so ironic that, the body shot is what ended the fight. We thought that Ryan Garcia had that body shot. We thought that Ryan Garcia was the one who would be going to the body. And I mean, bro, I had it all wrong. And I apologize. I do. Tank, you're probably not going to see this. But realistically, fam, I had it wrong. I had it wrong. I'm not sure if this is going to be the same result when you can get in there with Devin Haney. However, in this particular instance, I had this shit completely wrong, fam. I did. He outclassed him. He outboxed him. He was faster. He was stronger. He looked cooler. He had the better ring attire. He had the purple with the green. He got the Green Goblin attire on, fam. It just was a better showing for Tank in every, facet of boxing. I mean, now this is the other part of that. Hold on, let me smoke a little bit because, the other part of that is I definitely lost a couple dollars and all that. But we're not going to talk about the fact that because you can't really make no money on Tank. Tank is always going to be the favorite, right? And realistically, after this, you definitely never. He's always going to be the favorite now. After the liver punch of death, we didn't even know he had that in the arsenal. I didn't, But this is the thing, right? I do feel like they should rematch. I do. I don't feel like it's all over for Ryan Garcia. I did feel like that the night of the fight. I definitely felt like he should retire. I felt a lot of things after that fight, immediately in the aftermath. After you sleep on it, you wake up, you kind of have some time to think about it. It's not so much that he's not a good fighter. He wasn't in that fight. But realistically, what is the reason for his performance for real? Now, he left some room there for speculations, during that post-fight, the post-fight interview and, even during the post-fight press conference, which, by the way, Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins completely abandoned their fighter, fam, which is kind of foul, right? I don't even think we've ever seen that in the history of boxing, bro. They pumped up this fight and this fighter, as the guy, and, your fighter goes in there and, he kind of, he got humbled, right? It is what it is, right? We've seen De La Hoya, you've been humbled. You've been humbled and some other things, fam. Realistically, fam, you've probably been the most humbled out of every fighter, fam. When them pictures surface to you in a goddamn bikini or some crazy shit, bro. That nigga had on stockings and all type of shit, fam. You understand this type of pain, bro. You've been in the press. The man went in there, lost the fight, bro, to a better fighter, fam. I don't even think you could have fucked with Tank during in your heyday, realistically, fam. Nah. Hold on. Let me slow down. Too much salt in the pot. Let me simmer. Turn the heat down. De La Hoya was a monster in his prime. He couldn't beat Mayweather, though. And when Mayweather humbled you and spanked you, you know what I'm saying? That was a masterclass what happened with him and Mayweather. My point is this. They abandoned, Ryan Garcia and, during the post-fight thing, he kind of was up there by himself. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, he's a young kid, This is something that obviously he's going to definitely have no choice but to learn from. I'm sure he'll be replaying this, in his head, And realistically, he has plenty of time to grow, Now, this is the other part, right, that I keep circling around it, but I keep beating around the bush, right? There were some stipulations for the fight, and I don't want to be that guy. Tank went in there, he did what he had to do, because realistically, the stipulations that were set for both fighters, right? So in other words, whatever, the clause was in regards to hydration, Oscar De La Hoya went up there during the, the weigh-ins. This was pre-fight. He basically said he went up there and balked on the whole team. Basically, he called them cheaters and all type of shit. Like, the stipulations were basically too harsh. Is basically what was being said. They put a cap on, the weight or the hydration, or the amount of hydration that you're allowed to do to get to a certain weight. So, in other words, if a fighter fights at his best at 160 pounds, right, and you know for a fact that this is the weight I need to be for me to land that left body hook, the shit that we just knew he was going to throw, he didn't even throw that punch, bro, realistically. So they put a cap on it. He kind of went in there not, basically at his best, right? It's basically what was kind of being insinuated. Now, this is the thing. This is the fight game, man. This is the fight game. You got Bernard Hopkins, you got De La Hoya, and you got, Joe Guzman, right? Who also, I'm not sure if was he at the post fight? I didn't see him there either. It was literally just Ryan and his dad. And like a couple of his little brothers, they was clapping and cheering and stuff. It looked a little, like they abandoned their fighter, basically, right? But he had these legendary trainers in his corner, and I say all that to say this: these guys know boxing through and through. Who know boxing better than you got damn near 100 years of experience combined over there, right? It's the fight game, man. It's the fight game. I feel like they had plenty of time to prepare. I do also feel like I said, there should be a rematch down the line, right? Maybe he wasn't ready for this level yet. Clearly, he wasn't. Bro, he went in there and let's talk about the fight a little bit, man. So, what was that? The second round, fam. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? It looked kind of, it looked kind of bad for Tank in there, man. When that second round started and Ryan Garcia just started tracking him down, he started tracking him down, and Tank. I mean, listen, man. I mentioned, that Ryan Garcia had, the trainers that he had in his corner. But we ain't, we can't forget that at the end of the day, when we talking about Gervonta Tank Davis, we talking about Floyd Mayweather and the Money Team, fam. And all of that experience and boxing knowledge and IQ and savviness that Gervonta Tank Davis clearly is picking up from Floyd. You're not telling me that they ain't sparred the night before that fight, man. He looking like Floyd, the clone of Floyd right now, fam. It's the closest thing. It's the closest thing. I mean, and he 100% was setting, Ryan up, the whole time, the second round, he knocked Ryan down, Kudos to Ryan for getting up, because he definitely got right up. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, we've never seen that. We've never seen Tank catch somebody flush with a counter and then see them just get right back up on their feet. So that within itself tells me that there's a rematch there, right? Clearly there's something there, right? He took one of Tank's best punches and was able to get right back up. He didn't get up from that liver punch though. And is that a result of, basically the conditioning cap that was set, for this fight? Is that a result of, basically the stipulations that were in place for the fight? Ryan Garcia said that, going into the fight, he didn't really feel like he had his legs all the way. As somebody who is very, very physically fit and active, I mean, not having your legs is definitely going to change and have a big impact on pretty much anything that you do physically, right? So, if he went into that fight and he didn't have his legs, I don't know, man. And I mean, there's no way for us to necessarily prove this, but I'm just saying, man, does that not change, how we feel about the outcome of the fight? Wouldn't he have been able to get up off of one knee if he had his legs? I'm just saying, man. I mean, listen, though, with all that being said, though, kudos to Tank. We don't want to take anything away from Tank. He went in there, like I said, and I was very impressed with his performance. I'm not even going to lie. This was his coming out party for me personally. I was always already, I'm a fan of, basically his story, obviously his background, where he came from, everything that he had to overcome to get to this point. I'm always going to be a fan of that, right? At the same time, though, I just felt like he wasn't really fighting fighters that really had any names or any star power, like for real. That fight he had with what was that, Romero? With Rolly? What's her name? Rolly Romero. I mean, he might have to rematch that too. I don't know, man. There's a couple of fights for Tank right now. You got Rolly Part 2, right? Which I think would be an interesting, he did say himself that was the hardest puncher that he's ever been in the ring with, right? So that's an interesting matchup right there. You could run that back. Obviously everybody want to see Devin Haney, including myself, because obviously Devin Haney is boxing on another level, right? And when we talking about, IQ, and I mean, he has the whole skill set over there, right? Not so much with the power though. So that I'm not sure, we might be overlooking Tank in that regard. Devin Haney's not really a knockout artist. We ain't really seen him knocking dudes down. So, I'm just saying, man, I'm pretty sure he's not going to go in there and just try to barge at Tank, though, like Ryan Garcia did, fam. That was crazy, man. I was excited, that he was trying to make it an exciting fight. Because at the end of the day, listen, that's what we paid for, fam. You know what I'm saying? We do want to see the fight exciting, but bro, you gotta have some tactical with it too, though. You can't just go in there with your chin out, dog. He had his chin out. Tank went down. He smiled at him. He looked up. He saw his chin. Came up, and it was right there. He said, basically that they trained for that. They kind of knew that was like one of his weaknesses, and there was several of those. Ryan Garcia has a lot of work to do. Shakur Stevenson is another fight. I feel like Tank, Shakur Stevenson. I was definitely watching some Shakur highlights yesterday, and that's definitely, that would be an interesting matchup. You want to talk about power and speed? He has that same combination that Tank does, pretty much. In that regard. Then you got Lomachenko. There's a couple of fights out there, man. I don't really know so much about Lomo though. Pause. No Lomo. I feel like yeah, man. So that was the fight. Tank went in there, did what he had to do. That liver punch was he caught him flushed. He did catch him. He caught him flush, man. And realistically, like I said, man, Tank really showed me something this fight. I didn't realize how skilled and how much IQ he actually had. Tank has a lot of IQ over there, man. It's not just turn up Baltimore bang bang I shoot a nigga. Tank is actually smart and has a lot of I mean, when it comes to inside of the boxing ring, outside of the ring, now that's a whole nother Tank, right? Not so much IQ outside of the ring when it comes to decision making, right? Or at least that's what they show us. Anyway, we're gonna get off that. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to Tank, Ryan Garcia, he'll bounce back. Motherfucker better go rack up some wins, man. Because if he loses another one, you better not lose another one. Especially after that. Realistically, his next fight has to be like his best showing ever type shit. He is gonna go up though. He did say that he was gonna go up in weight. I believe he's going up to 160. So yeah, clearly he feels more comfortable, with a little bit more weight on him. So, will Tank eventually go up in weight too? I just don't see that happening. Not right now, anyway. Now when you got those 3 fights lined up, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Lomachenko, if he beats all 3 of those guys right there, now we talking GOAT talk. If he pulls all 3 of those off, fam, we would have to just put him in that conversation at that point, Undefeated, yeah, he's on his way, GOAT status. So that was that, right? That's boxing. That was Saturday, definitely an amazing event. Speaking of, just to stay on boxing, Clarissa Shields, and a young woman, I don't have her name off the top of my head. I was just watching the presser. Let me go ahead and go to my YouTube history. Clarissa Shields and Hannah Gabriels, is that her name? Well, they have an upcoming fight, sometime in the summer. And I'm not gonna hold you, it's looking like it's gonna be some fireworks. Shorty, Gabriel's over there looking like she really got some real smoke for Clarissa. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the Guo, you know. But I feel like in this particular fight, she actually has somebody who could really match her energy and her strength. Gabriel's is a big girl. You know what I'm saying? And she over there mad as hell. So I'm looking forward to that too. Actually, the women boxing be exciting too and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the men out here throwing the gloves and throwing the leather, fam. Like the women are really out here, and actually, something that really was like intriguing to me was right after the fight on Saturday, right after the tank fight. It was like 30 minutes after the fight is, done. Like this is the fight we all been waiting for, type shit. They really had a whole nother boxing event after that featured two young women who I don't have their names. I was way too heated and in the moment to I didn't really catch the names, but they definitely was brawling and slugging it out, fam. Like Ali and Frazier. Like women's boxing is really they picking up the pace, you know what I'm saying? Women's basketball, I feel like they picking it up. I mean, at least on the college level. I mean, at least when you're talking about, Angel Reese and Flage Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Because they out here definitely getting to the bag. They basically was just on the Breakfast Club, right? And we're going to get back into some other things, right? I just kind of segued into this accidentally. But they basically was on there speaking about, the NIL deals, that they're currently getting right now, women's college basketball. They basically making more money than the WNBA players, man. I just thought that was crazy when I heard that. Like, really? You trying to tell me? So what's really? They're not even incentivized to want to go to the next level. They over there talking about they got 3-4 more years left and shit. Like they not even trying to leave the school. And why would you? So I'm saying what's next? What's next? What's next? What else I gotta put in context? Because you can check my table of contents. I'm well read. Like the Nickerson Garden, straight out of Carlson. Play your cards or get discarded. I definitely stole that line from Ab-Soul. And as I say that, I gotta say congrats, because he definitely just had twins, and I think that's right. He definitely did have twins, though. Shout out to Ab-Soul, man. Herbert. Shout out to Herbert. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of the albums, one of my favorite albums of last year. Still in rotation. That Church on the Move. Man, that get me right to it. That get me right to it, man. Shout out to Ab-Soul, shout out to Herbert, shout out to the, to the fam. TDE. SZA out here cooking. I believe I just seen something like she got a song Kill Bill that's kind of going crazy right now. And I believe that they hit number 1 on the top 200 Billboard, which is kind of like a big fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? For artists and shit. So shout out to SZA, as I say TDE. I know what happened for real. She put Doja on that shit, nigga. I heard that Doja version. The other version, the whole album she put out was actually pretty dope. I didn't hear it yet, in its entirety, but I've been hearing pieces of it. It's definitely been in rotation. The radio definitely been spinning that Kill Bill. Shout out to SZA. Television telling lies to y'all vision. Is everybody okay? What's going on? This is the part of the podcast where I gotta tap in with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I need to check in with y'all. You feel me? And just kind of see where y'all at with it mentally. Because I just feel like I'm not sure sometimes, man. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if we can really just even coexist for real going forward. What is going on that Snowfall's season finale has the whole internet up in arms, fam? Can I just say that I stand alone on this hill, quite possibly, and I'm willing to die on this hill, fam. I don't get it, fam. Snowfall is the show that was, I haven't watched one episode of. I haven't. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. Like Javante Davis put the cap on Ryan Garcia, fam, so he couldn't hydrate and get to his maximum potential, right, for the fight. I'm not gonna cap. I haven't watched one episode of this thing, right? And I've seen, obviously whatever has been released on YouTube, fam, is what I've seen, right? Every now and then I go and check. Let me tap in to see if I can understand what's going on, bro. Cause I'm not gonna hold you, man. When I see the whole internet up in a frenzy, I get nervous. I do. Like, I get nervous when I see everybody typing the same stuff. When I see everybody posting the exact same links, like, it's like, bro, what? It almost feels like I'm watching y'all and watching TV at the same time. Like, y'all are the TV, fam. Who has the remote control on you guys? But I only wanted to just bring this up because, I ain't gonna hold you. The ending, I felt like I did go and see, I watched it. I mean, I had to go see what was going on. What is everybody typing this about? Like, what happened? Did somebody get shot? I thought it was gonna be way more prolific than what I saw. The way I see everybody talk about it, right? So this kid, Franklin? Is that his name? I don't know his real name. I know his name is Franklin in the show, but obviously he's an actor. I believe, what is it, Idris something. It ain't Idris Elba, nigga. But he better than Idris right now, fam. He buzzing, he cooking. Salute to him. Obviously, he's an amazing actor, right? He's doing his job, and when everybody's talking like this, you're doing something right. And obviously, the show itself was created. I know this much, right? Because realistically, I'm more into the writing, the script, the producer, the director, right? Who's directing? Who is the director of the show, and what is the history of the director? And obviously, this was a show that initially was, I'm not sure if John Singleton, R.I.P., rest in power, was the creator of the show. I feel like he might have been the creator of the show. I know he had a very, very large role in the early stages of the show. Obviously, John Singleton, enough said, his resume, Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Baby Boy. These are like hood classics, right? That we all kind of grew up on, right? So, anything that, John Singleton is involved with, just me as a fan of John Singleton and his work, and off of the strength of what he has done and his resume, I'm going to, at the very least, take a look at what's going on, And I feel like, I feel like it's a dope show. I haven't really watched it, but obviously, for it to have done 6 seasons, clearly, the show was doing well in the ratings, right? And that's really all that matters at the end of the day, because realistically, there's a lot of bad shows that get good ratings, right? That get good ratings because of social media and all of you that are willing to just post and repost and regurgitate the same links and the same post and the same damn it's the same hashtag. Y'all just like a damn like y'all are AIs, really realistically, fam. Like y'all, they got us moving like the AI, fam. The way we promote, it's kind of crazy, right? So I wrote it down on the docket solely off of the strength of, the fact that I see everybody really just talking about it, right? I'm concerned. And I just wanted to check in to see, is everybody okay? Is everybody good? Are y'all going to be able to, continue to, go to work? Or y'all, is this going to be something, do we need to, go to therapy for this? I need to know, fam. I see a lot of females, and, it's just a lot. I just feel like it's too much stressful things going on. We don't need to be adding any more to our PTSD, fam. This Franklin turned into a whole alcoholic at the end of the season finale, fam. I clicked on the link and I was waiting to see some epic, some real, prolific, I guess it was prolific to some people. His eyes was bloodshot red and his teeth was rotten, and He fell from grace, fam. Realistically, that's not even really that uncommon, fam. And that's all I was thinking watching the ending. I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, this is a very, very common thing, you know. And, you know, I'm not sure how significant that message was during these times right now, fam. That's really what I'm trying to get to. Like I said, fam, I get straight to the writer. I don't really care about Franklin and Idris and, you know, all of the actors who did amazing and did their job, right? They were given these characters, you know, and this is what they did, right? They had to learn and become these characters, fam, and get to the bag, fam. They playing the game. I'm not hating or mad at the workers. I'm just looking at the writing and the message, right? What can you really take away from that, fam, other than the fact that when you walk outside every day, you literally are going to see a Franklin. I mean, a few Franklins. I mean, damn near, it's more Franklins than anything right now, fam. Realistically, fam, like, was that really that good? Was that really that creative? Was that really so original? Huh? That ain't John Singleton pen right there either. Let's talk about it. That ain't John pen. That's not John's pen. It's not John's pen. And realistically, I just feel like we forgetting that John Singleton is who he was, fam. That's really what I want to talk about. Y'all forgot. Y'all ain't see that scene when Ricky was in the alley? Ricky! We talking about moments that we will remember for the rest of our lives, fam. This is what he created and put on film. That little, you know what I'm saying? They played the Kendrick. I'm not gonna hold you. They definitely played some Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? And that was kind of really why I got engaged, for real. I heard that Kendrick at 1 a.m. I woke right up, fam. Like, oh, hold on. What's going on here? Is this a concert? It was dope, man. It seemed like it was, you know, I feel like if I would have been invested, I probably would have, you know, maybe I would have reacted the same way. I doubt it, though, fam. Like, y'all ain't never watched Mrs. Doubtfire? I don't know, man. I'm just saying, dog. I've seen so many great films and shit. Like, that ain't really moved me like that, though. But kudos to Snowfall, and kudos to y'all for being invested into every show and every storyline and every character, man. I've seen people, bro, I thought, bro, you would have thought another George Floyd happened out this motherfucker, man. The way motherfuckers was on Twitter going crazy, hashtagging shit, man. I said, hold on, what's going on, bro? He ain't even get shot, bro. Like, really? He's still alive. Y'all know he can rehab, right? And come back next season, right? Like, there will be another season, fam. Listen, let me just say this. I haven't watched one episode of Snowfall, but based on what I seen in that little 2 minute and 30-second clip that I seen on Black Twitter, I can assure you that there will be another season of this, and he'll be back, fam. He ain't dead. It's not like they killed the character, right? Because that you know, that's a thing, you know, I could understand that. Where it's like, damn, I was kind of invested in this show right here. Like, I'm not sure why they would kill the character that kind of had me coming back every week. He's not dead, bro. He's not dead. He gonna go to rehab. He gonna get right. He gonna get a brick or something. He gonna just. This shit took place in what, the 80s? You still got the 90s and the 2000s to cover, bro. Like, there's still a lot of Franklin stories that we can still see here, bro. I'm just saying, like, from a writing perspective, the door is still open for Franklin. The door is still open for Snowfall, and everybody needs to just relax, man. At the end of the day, it's just a damn show. Thank you. I forgot about Black Panther already. This is crazy. Speaking of writing, it's been somewhat of a media mix-up, you know, going on over at CNN and at Fox simultaneously, where two anchors, I'm trying to do it like them and shit. Hold on, let me smoke. Realistically, fam, that's the beauty of podcasting, for real. Like, I don't have to do it like them. I'm not about to have no suit on and doing those sitting reading from the... Nigga, I say what I write, fam. I'm the writer and producer of this, right? That's the problem. And realistically, let's get to the next topic, right? They got Don Lemon the out of here, fam, at CNN, and simultaneously over at Fox, they probably seen that and got inspired and thought to themselves, we need to shake things up too. Tucker Carlson, you're fired. So Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon are both on the unemployment line as I speak right now, fam. And realistically, I mean, personally, I don't know why, what the reasoning is, right? I don't necessarily care either. I don't really watch. I'm not devoted enough to news anchors to really care. I don't really have a preference in who delivers the news to me, right? Just get the news to me, fam, and I'll figure it out from there, right? I don't care who's saying it and what they look like, bro. Realistically, fam, we can have the damn AIs doing the news at this point, and that's probably where we're headed here. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know what the reasoning is. Don Lemon, apparently Don Lemon doesn't know what the reasoning is. He on Twitter basically saying like he kind of got caught off guard with this, and that there was no way for him to see this thing coming. The only issue with that is there have been several, signs and things that would, kind of allude to basically the company wanting to move in a different direction. I mean, they took you from prime time and they put you on daytime. Now, anybody that know, what I'm saying, if you know, fam. Anybody that's in the journalist space, anybody that's in the media space, anybody that, what I'm saying, that when they take you from a prime time slot, right, which garners more ratings, right? Well, actually, I don't know if that's the case. Well, it is the case when it comes to, I mean, the damn news that Don Lemon is giving us. Nobody wants to hear that at 9 a.m., fam. So realistically, they really sabotaged him is what they did, right? They put him in a slot where they knew he would fail, right? Where they would be able to have something to say, all right, well, look at the ratings, fam. You got to go. He was killing it during the prime time. Apparently, he had his niche over there, and he wasn't going anywhere, right? So they shook some shit up. Now the ratings is down. Now Don Lemon is out of the door, right? So we'll see how that, kind of how that transpires. I'm not really sure. I mean, listen, realistically, the E.B.C.G podcast, this is an all-inclusive platform. Don Lemon. If you need a job, my brother, come over here. You can, what I'm saying? I'm not really sure what I could have you doing over here, actually. And I'm thinking about it. Send us an email, and we will respond to the email promptly. Tucker Carlson, as far as you, sir, Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon are both established, journalists who have been doing this for too long for them to really be in a situation where they can't find work at this point in their careers. I'm pretty sure that Don Lemon, he gonna go to Tyler Perry studio or something down in Atlanta. He gonna figure something out down there, okay? And that's all I need to say about that. As far as Tucker Carlson, he'll go to fucking Kansas City, Missouri, somewhere. Okay, I'm sure Trump is about to, Trump is back outside. Him and Trump will link up. He'll figure something out with Trump. They'll be fine. The NBA playoffs are upon us, and it's a couple of things going on over there that I'm not gonna hold you. It's 2:24 on the dot as I bring this topic to y'all. I promise you I didn't plan this. I just want to take this time to say, Mamba. So it's 2:24 p.m. on the dot, right? I ain't even look at the clock. That's crazy. We on NBA news. Let's get to it. We on NBA news and NBA blues, fam. I don't know what's really, more relevant right now. I mean, Dylan Brooks won't shut up. Like, I just feel like at this point, my brother, and again, I haven't really been tuned in. I haven't really been invested, listen, man. They sent my guy Kyrie home packing, fam. They sent Uncle Drew home packing. Uncle Drew ain't even make the play-in. I was highly disappointed, highly upset. I just felt like the Dallas Mavericks had enough pieces over there, okay, to be able to figure something out to where they could at least get to the goddamn play-in, fam. Y'all couldn't get to the play-in? Oh, because y'all wanted to sit the key players down so that y'all could secure some 10th pick or some dumb bro, the 10th pick, you sat Kyrie down for the 10th pick. So, ever since that, I kind of been off the NBA, right? I still have my league pass. I will be getting rid of it soon. DM me if you would like to have the league pass. You know what I'm saying? I have it. You will have it for like a week or something. Because it's only one more week. I only got one more week with this league pass, fam. And I'm packing this shit up, right? Dylan Brooks won't shut up. He keep talking. And I just feel like at this point, my brother, it's time for you to shut up and play ball, right? Less talking, more hooping. Dylan Brooks, huh? Why is it that I ain't even watching this shit and I know everything you said at every press conference, at every halftime interview? Dylan Brooks. All I'm saying is this. Less talking, more hooping, bro. This whole NBA, bad boy, NBA, bravado. I said it wrong the first time. I caught it though. It's cool. Bravado. This tough guy thing, this crook, this Dylan Crooks, is it? Which one is it, fam? Are you Dylan Brooks or are you Dylan Crooks, fam? Because realistically, fam, if you was that tough, and I hate to be that guy, but if you was that tough, would you really be where you are? You work for a corporate entity, privately owned, named the NBA fan. Listen, you ain't that tough, dog. You're not a gang. Like, what is it with this NBA gang culture? Like, half in, 1 foot in. You got players throwing up gang signs one play, then the next play they over there. Fam, what is going on, bro? I don't want to see anybody getting shanked on the court, bro. I just want to see, we want y'all to be physical and be tough, and you know what I'm saying. We don't want y'all to be soft on the court, fam. But all I'm saying is this, bro. Let's talk in more hooping. Because what is the series now? 3-1? Yeah, it's 3-1. It's 3-1 right now. And LeBron is on the other team, bro. And John Morant, I'm not sure what's going on. He had hurt his hand or something. I didn't see the play, but I'm assuming that he was trying to like jump over the center or something crazy. Came down wrong in his hand. He's always falling on the ground and shit. It's like, bro, that's inevitable. You're gonna hurt your hand at some point, right? So that's basically what's going on with him. Hope it wasn't his shooting hand. Playoff Jimmy is activated, ladies and gentlemen. Playoff Jimmy, 58 points on Giannis Antetokounmpo's head, fam. When I was a $134, I felt like I could be Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's a King Los ball. Crazy. When I was a $134, meaning my weight, $134, but a $134, because a $134 is Giannis, because Giannis is a buck that wears the number 34. Come on, man. That was like a quadruple entendre. Yeah, Giannis is about to go home, and honestly, I might start watching the playoffs again. Realistically, fam, I kind of really wasn't watching, and if I'm just being honest, because I just felt like Giannis was just too good and better than everybody else. Realistically, I just felt like the Bucks was gonna repeat, bro. And at this point, if Giannis is going home, I mean, then that can only mean one thing and one thing only: the Boston Celtics will be the champions. End of story, fam. This whole playoff Jimmy thing, and at the end of the day, shout out to Jimmy Butler. Amazing performance, 58 points on the Milwaukee Bucks. They are currently up now 3-1, so it's not looking good for Milwaukee. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be looking to make some changes during the off season. This Milwaukee Bucks squad will not look the same next year, fam. If it ain't Giannis, listen, it's going to be the other dude. And by the other dude, you know who I'm talking about when I say the other dude, man. The mid-range, silent assassin, Chris Middleton. Like, you a little too quiet this playoff series. And quiet. And realistically, that's probably why they down 3-1. I don't feel like Middleton has, fully been able to kind of get back into his full form, since his injury, So I'm not really sure, how that's going to end. The Bucks is definitely on their way home. It is what it is. You got the Suns over there. The Suns is up 3-1. against the Clippers. Is that correct? Do I have that right? Because realistically, fam, yeah, I know I still got that 420 pack. So, you know what I'm saying? I might have, like, not seen the score or seen that the right way. Oh, no, it's definitely 3-1. Oh, man, KD getting Westbrook out of here is crazy. The sweet irony. Yeah, man, they just have a better team over there. And, you know, obviously, did Kawhi get hurt or something again? He did, right? Yeah, man. You got PG and Kawhi out during a pivotal like that. That I know Westbrook is tight right now, fam. Yeah, yeah. Let me hear the guitars right now. I'm pretty sure that Westbrook is sitting somewhere right now. He might be playing the guitar right now, fam. Just sitting somewhere in an empty room, bro. Like this is bullshit, bro. Why can't I find the right team so I can win a championship? I'm too good for this. This nigga got the most triple doubles in NBA history, man. Like, I don't even think, like, Braun ain't even gonna get that stat. You feel me? That's, you know, Russell Westbrook. Let me drink some of that Essential. Hold on, man, because I'm starting to lose my voice on y'all. Hold on, I don't want to do that to y'all in this episode, man, because I still got 5 more on the docket. Let me pick up that Essential water. You know, Essential overachieving H2O. You know, we talking about 9.5 pH or higher. Purified water, electrolytes for taste. Kawhi, it's like, bro, how many times is Kawhi Leonard gonna like not rise to the occasion due to an injury, bro? You want to talk about disappointing? I mean, man, at this point, Kawhi is starting to look like Greg Oden out this bitch, bro. I'm not sure what's going on with that dude, bro. I mean, we talking about one of the most talented players, you know, easily could be in that top 3, top 5 conversation when he's healthy. I mean, but for some reason, man, he just can't stay healthy, bro. His knee, I'm not sure what I don't know, something with his knee. Then you got PG over there. It's just like, bro, the load management in the playoffs is crazy, man. No Kawhi, no PG. So I think it's safe to say that the Clippers are on their way home. You know what I'm saying? They could get ahead and start making their vacation plans. Right along with the Clippers, the Nets, they'll be right there, you know, on you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What's the website, bro? Where you get the tickets and shit? Like, yeah, they'll be booking their flights as well. You know what I'm saying? They just got swept and all that. Isn't it crazy that KD is like the last man standing from that whole Nets fallout debacle? Kyrie home, the Nets home, KD is hooping. You know, it is what it is, man. We'll be seeing Kyrie over there next season, though. So I ain't even really tripping, because realistically, if you get a ring this season, that's great. Bring that momentum into next season, man. When Kyrie will join the Phoenix Suns, and remember I said it, because it's going to happen. I'm not going to tell you I got no sources or nothing crazy, but I might have a little birdie that might be Kyrie Irving that told me personally, come on, man. I'm just saying that it might have happened. I'm not going to confirm that. Kyrie Irving will be a Phoenix Sun next season, man. And that's all I got for the NBA. You know, as a matter of fact, actually, hold on, pardon me. Let me slow down. That's not all I have for the NBA. This is an NBA adjacent, and realistically, it's something that just came across my desk right before this episode, and it wasn't something I had planned for you guys, but here at the E.B.C.G, everybody can't go. Everybody includes everything. And I'm trying to figure out what's the best way for me to say this. Phil Jackson is a fucking racist. Phil Jackson claims that he doesn't watch NBA games. Now listen, I wasn't really even tripping when I seen that part, because realistically, fam, I'm with you on that part. I'm not watching NBA games right now. They got a little too political for Phil, because Phil over there talking about he was offended by some of the messages that were on the back of players' jerseys. And ever since he's seen those messages on the back of those players' jerseys during those protests, you know what I'm saying, in regards to a black man being mishandled and brutalized and killed on camera for the world to see, right? He stopped watching the NBA because the NBA chose to basically speak up, you know what I'm saying, for that, situation and join those boycotts and those nationwide protests, right? Well, I'm thinking to myself, what messages were on the back of the players' jerseys, fam? Black Lives Matter, equality. I didn't really see anything that would, basically, bro, pack Phil Jackson up, bro. You trying to tell me that because you saw black players basically speaking out in the defense of another black man who was, wrongfully killed, you stopped watching NBA games, fam? You could have said, oh, I'm thinking he talking about political. I'm thinking, all right, he talking about like maybe the officiating or something, fam. You not more disgusted with the officiating? You not more disgusted with the way that the league has, become so PG? You played during the damn. You was a former. Wait, did Phil Jackson play though? He did, right? He was trash because I ain't see one Phil Jackson. I ain't see no sky hook or nothing, bro. You was really a coach, and at the end of the day, he probably did play, but obviously coaching was, his calling, right? And we're not gonna shit on his coaching career because at the end of the day, there's not many resumes better than Phil Jackson's when it comes to coaching in the NBA. But at the end of the day, you had Jordan, fam. Realistically, you had Jordan and all these greats. I mean, I could have coached Jordan. Come on, fam. Pack him up, bro. Pack Phil Jackson up. Get him out of here. He is a stone cold racist. And time again, I feel like I don't know, man. Every daylight savings or something, like this guy just kind of like his racism just kind of like surfaces, bro. He just can't contain it, bro. And just every once in a while, he has to remind us of just how, basically who he really is, right? I'm off of the NBA now, right? I think that was that was my last NBA related story that I had for you guys on this episode, right? So we off of the NBA. I'm looking at the next and I'm kind of like hesitant because it's like I'm not even really sure how. And again, this is why I have to ask the question: is everybody okay? You see how it all comes together. You see how it kind of comes full circle. I asked this question: is everybody okay? Because quite frankly, I simply just don't know what's going on anymore, bro. And Designer recently, was arrested for indecent exposure on an airplane, fam. What is going on right now? Like, designer, not the panda, man. Not, fam. Come on, man. It's just like I don't know, man. Another one bites the dust. I don't really know what to say. Prayers and condolences to everybody who is dealing with and battling mental health, because obviously, fam, it's a real, it's really the real war that we should really be focused on. But unfortunately, there's so many other wars that, are going to just continue to distract us from what we all should really be focused on, man. And clearly, everybody mentals ain't really where it needs to be right now. I'm not really sure. What was the last, I'm not sure. Musically, Designer, if I'm not mistaken, he retired or something like that, right? Didn't he retire? Yeah, after, God bless the dead, take off. Obviously, after that whole situation, he posted a video. He was real emotional. He basically said that he was done with music. It's too much. And I'm not really sure if this incident or this recent incident, because at the end of the day, I haven't really been up to date on the Designer news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really sure what he's doing every day on a day-to-day, right? But if this, maybe he really, I don't know if this is a result of basically the takeoff situation, right? In other words, did he have some type of mental breakdown? Was that something that triggered, his mental health. I'm not sure. Is this something that he's been dealing with before he even got into the industry? Because at the end of the day, they'll just grab somebody from any block, any corner, right? They ain't necessarily doing mental evaluation checks on these artists, fam, clearly, right? So we don't really know what his mental history is, right? I know that he was at one point, kind of doing his thing in the music game, and he had a song that was, kind of making its rounds, and you like to see him get back to that. But I mean, listen, fam, getting on the airplane and exposing yourself is probably the wrong direction to go in if you're trying to do that. Prayers and condolences to the designer, and I want to just stay on prayers and condolences. Prayers and condolences to Jamie Foxx as well, who is currently recovering and recuperating, from what's being reported as a brain aneurysm. I'm not really sure. Once again, you can't really, they'll put out anything these days, right? So that's what I read. And basically the way the situation is being handled, it does seem like it is serious. So I will just go ahead and assume that that is what it is. I want to just say prayers and condolences to Jamie Foxx. Obviously, a brain aneurysm is nothing, no joke, right? And obviously, when we think about Jamie Foxx, we just think about all of the jokes over the years, all of the stories, all of the good and funny. What I'm saying, Jamie Foxx has just been, one of the most consistent entertainers, of our time, right? And his resume, obviously, speaks for itself. We just want to wish him a speedy recovery. Prayers to the Fox, man. Prayers for humanity, for real. You know, uh, Sedan. We'll get to that. I don't want to get so depressed right now. We'll outro with the depressed. You know what though? Let's stay on the depression though, right? I'm gonna outro with the. I see. I'm gonna have to flip this around real quick on y'all, right? So I'm gonna flip it around on y'all. We gonna stay on prayers and condolences, prayers for humanity, prayers for you and me. What's going on, Sudan? Sudan is currently basically going through some type of political warfare. Once again, I feel like it is important for us to, acknowledge basically what's going on with people in other parts of the world, because realistically, fam, we're not always privy, to basically the real. And I just feel like, they put all this stuff on the news, and they don't really show us the real and what's actually really going on. Basically, what's being reported though is that they're dealing with RSF is the name of this militia group out there that's currently, at war with the government. This is in regards to some type of democratic political. They can never figure out any politics anywhere else if people don't get killed, fam. And that's the one thing. Like, listen, man, I'm not gonna hold you, man. They go about it a little different over here. Like, they'll kill you. They'll kill you. They'll definitely kill you. But they're not gonna just blatantly do it. I mean, they ain't gonna just have the tanks on the street and showing you what's going. I feel like every election in any other country, fam, is like a whole war that breaks out or something, bro. You got people from the UK over there, people from the US over there right now. They got internet outages. We talking about fuel shortages. We talking about water, food shortages, man. Prayers for the people in Sudan, because I'm sure that's a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't imagine just being in another country and everything just start going black on you. You get a blackout in the confines of your own home is stressful enough. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't even imagine. I can't imagine what that must feel like. You know what I'm saying? Just being in Sudan and this stuff starts happening, right? So once again, we just want to say prayers and condolences to the people in Sudan right now. Hopefully that situation manifests itself without, any more casualties, right? Not looking so hopeful right now, though. As I speak, rest in power to the legend, to the icon, man, trailblazer musician, civil rights activist Harry Belafonte. That is also something that I believe that just happened today or this morning, right? And obviously, I would be remiss to come on this platform. I feel like anybody that's talking into a microphone, anybody that's talking, period, you acknowledge Harry Belafonte on this day. This man has been such a pillar, and a voice for civil rights. We talking about a trailblazer. This man was 94 years old, so you do the math on that. 94 years ago, needless to say, we were living in completely different times. So for that man to have been able to withstand 94 years and to have left behind the legacy that he has, man, we just want to take the time to just say rest in power to Harry Belafonte. We want to see more of our leaders make it to 94 too. I want to just throw that in there, man. He lived the full, 94 is a lot of years. Uh, yeah, episode 28. Feeling good, feeling great, and I ain't even ate yet. That's a fact. That's not even a bar, that ain't even rap. It get deeper. I'm sleeper, walking, but I'm still talking. I did this podcast in my dreams. It ain't everything ain't what it seems. I put you on a beam. Your niggas ain't on the same team as me. Realistically, we in two different sports, two different courts. Look, I'm fucking with this though. I'm not gonna lie. What is this instrumental? Biz Marquee, rest in peace. 50 years of hip hop. And it's still hop, still drop. Every time I hear some shit that's classic like this, I gotta spit. I gotta salute. I gotta represent. Trying to pay the rent. Look, niggas outside. Niggas turn Harvey Dent. Look, that was a gun bar. And I edited that. Because I don't know how far my voice could go on this shit. I gotta reach though. Demar Hamlin has been cleared to return to the NFL. We just want to, first of all, man, I mean, listen, you want to talk about a sports story that'll go down in history, Demar Hamlin's return to the NFL ultimately is, a happy ending, right? And we don't want to, we want to salute. We want to salute the happy ending, right? Yeah, we going air horn. Let me get another. We need 3 more of those, man. Let me get 4 more air horns for Demar Hamlin. Let me get another set of air horns. And you know what? I need the flex bomb for Demar Hamlin, right? Because realistically, fam, after what happened to him, we didn't think we'd ever see this brother. Well, let me speak for myself. I didn't think I'd ever see that brother standing again, walking again, talking again, let alone, playing football again. So, ultimately, this is, like I said, the happy ending. Or is it? Or is it? Or is it? Now, y'all know I gotta present both sides of the spectrum here. I can't be one-sided. I can't be, a one-sided coin. It's impossible, right? There's heads and then there's tails, fam. So this is the thing, right? I just feel like based on and due to the fact that that brother, endured what he endured on the football field, right? I mean, we're talking about this man literally lost his heart, his pulse on the field. He died. He died on the field. Demar Hamlin, right? This is not, and at the end of the day, he's recovered right now. He's cleared to return to the NFL, so we could just be candid about the situation now. When he was going through it, you ain't want to really speak on the situation in that manner because we were still so uncertain about his recovery. Now that he's good, that man died on the field, bro. So I just feel like personally, should he retire? is this gonna be one of them things like where are we gonna revisit this situation? Is basically what I'm trying to get to, fam. The doctors cleared them, but realistically, fam, weren't they already seeing doctors and things like that prior to that happening? Like they had doctors before that, right? They spoke to doctors before that. He was getting physicals and stuff. There was no way for them to really see that coming, is what I'm saying, right? So how can we be so certain, even with our, medical expertise and analysis, right? And technology, right? And modern medicine. Even with all that being said, I mean, if we couldn't predict that happening in the first place, I'm just saying, now that we've seen it happen, how can we be so certain that this will not happen again? And that's really all I'm saying there. And obviously, I don't want to put that in the universe. Let me knock on wood. Let me knock on wood. Hold on. I don't want to put that in the universe, but like I said, man, this thing was on national television for the world to see. I saw him die on the field. I'm not making it up. We wish him the best in his endeavors. Hopefully, obviously, we don't want that to happen. Hopefully, man, his return is triumphant. Hopefully he could win a Super Bowl or something. Hopefully he could just get back into whatever, playing shape that he was in, if not better, going forward, right? And with that being said, like, I just feel like, shouldn't, like, I don't know, man. What does it say about the NFL, right? Or you guys tell me if this is a reach, right? Because at the end of the day, this is an all-inclusive podcast. This is the people's podcast, man. New music. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's been kind of quiet. It's been kind of quiet as far as, the heavy hitters, and, obviously there's like 4 or 5 artists that we look for every year, right? Like fiends and shit at the track. Like we just sitting there at the door, we waiting for. I mean, let me speak for myself. I'm personally waiting for that new J. Cole, right? That fall off. I know that fall off is they cooking up right now. I'm not sure, Kendrick is like a wild card, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick is one of those artists that always will have new music. He had new music when the pandemic, when we was waiting for him that 5 years. There was new music to release. He'll have the new music. He just won't put it out for like 3 or 4 years, right? So Kendrick is the wild card. I know he just got booked for some shows or for some festivals, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see, Kendrick Cole, I'm sure the AI is cooking up right now. The AI's definitely been cooking up, fam. What did the AIs just do, man? So this is like a hot topic, a kind of trending topic right now. Basically, these goddamn AIs, these artificial intelligence. Like, I don't even know what is an AI for real. Artificial intelligence, fam. So you trying to tell me we got a new Drake and The Weeknd song over the weekend, I think, right? Was this over the weekend? It might have been Friday, fam. The AIs is dropping new music on Fridays, fam. Like artists and shit, bro. They dropped some new Drake and Weeknd slap, bro. Some steam. This shit was like EDM, hip hop. It was a genre blending hybrid. Like the AIs is cooking, is what I'm saying. So realistically, fam, if J. Cole don't drop that fall off soon, the AI might go ahead and just drop the fall off for you. And I'm not sure like how. And I'm trying to be funny here, but realistically, fam, as an artist and for an artist, this is not a laughing matter. There are literally bots on the internet now. Listen to what I'm saying here. That can literally decide when fans hear or not hear your voice, fam. Because realistically, they can cancel you too. I'm pretty sure if they could sound like you, I don't want to know what happens when they don't want to hear you anymore. Like, what if it becomes a thing now? Like, when like the AIs get like aggressive with it and like start demanding shit and like I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, fam. Are we gonna have to take the AIs to court? They dropping new music, bro. I'm just saying, man. We've been asking for that damn Kendrick Cole album for a long time now. We've been very patient with you, guys. Y'all been teasing this shit. I'm just saying, man. The AIs might just go ahead and just cook up, bro. Now that's what I mean. Listen, if a Kendrick J Cole collab project drops, courtesy of the AI, fam, I will be the first in line for that right there, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, fam. AI or not, bro. I don't care if those is Dr. Dre drums. Let me hear that shit right there, fam. I need to hear what that sound like, bro. It's just been like too long, bro. What is going on with them? But speaking of new music, right? Let's get to this Swizz Beat project, right? I mean, dog, kudos and salute to Swizz Beats. Hold on, man. Y'all already know what I'm about to do. Come on, man. 50 years of hip hop EP. My guy, Swizzy, came with the Zaza on this joint right here, fam. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, legitimate, legitimate hip hop project, Obviously, this is the 50th year of hip hop. This is kind of like a tribute, a homage, if you will, basically to the genre of music that has, been responsible for so many, just great things, some negative things in there too, but we want to focus on the positive right now. And, 50, or not 50, pardon me, Swizz Beats definitely dropped an amazing EP. You got features on there, you got Nas on there, you got Lil Durk on there. I believe Little Baby's on there as well. Every time Dirk on something, Little Baby ain't far behind. Let me fact check that though, because I'm probably not. That could be incorrect. Hold on. I'll tell y'all exactly who on there. I know Nas on there. I know Kiss on there. I know Benny on there. I know that, new artist by the name of Scarlett out of the BX. Shorty's on there and she's fire. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta check her out. It's only a 6-piece, yeah. So you got Nas, Benny the Butcher, Jada Kiss, Scarlett, you know what I'm saying? Who this right here? Oh, obviously Lil Wayne is on there, That's the other thing. We're gonna get to that. They definitely teased the Lil Wayne and Jay-Z collab, and we ain't even really get that, you feel me? Low key. But we're gonna talk about that. Lil Durk and A-Boogie. I'm sorry, it's not Little Baby. It's A-Boogie. A-Boogie with the hoodies on there. Durk is on there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. J Electronica, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a dope EP. I definitely had, I've been playing one song in particular off of that joint. The Take 'Em Out joint with Jada kissing and Benny is crazy. Scarlett, she compliment that shit so well at the end. Like, that shit is damn near, like, sonically, that is perfect hip hop to my ears right there. You know what I'm saying? The Onyx sample, like the beat flip that Swizz did on there is crazy. Like, the shit is literally just like lyrical audio steroids. You feel me? And that's pretty much that whole project. Yeah. So I'm not really sure. We still looking forward to some new artists dropping. I'm not sure if we got Beyonce last year, right? Yeah, we still waiting on that Riri though. I think ASAP is gearing up, man. Artists is gearing up to drop, man. Obviously, the summer is upon us. And, the summer is here. You know what I'm saying? What a time to be alive, man. If you are alive right now, if you are able to, wake up, just even being able to just get clean water, man. I'm just saying, man, how can your level of appreciation not be at an all-time high right now? Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, children and babies, he is I-I-S-E, WILLMATIC. I do thank you for joining me this week. This is the conclusion of episode 28. E.B.C.G. Y'all know I'll be back, you know what I'm saying? I might spin the block on y'all tomorrow, fam, depending on what happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? Because realistically, fam, y'all know they dropping news on us. They singing blues to us. But all we gotta do is trust the source, whatever that source is, whether it's spiritual, whether it's, I don't know, you might want to just sit in the house and eat a bunch of food all day, fam. Tap in, tap into your source, fam. You need to do it. You need to do it. There is no other option. There is no other alternative. Lock in, you know, yeah, man, and just pretty much do what you got to do out here, man. Keep your head on the swivel at all times, cause I know that the crime is up a lot, not a little. You know, they out here snatching shit up, all type of shit, bruh. I know Trump about to get back in the, Trump back outside. So, usually that's a sign of it's a couple of, racist, what I'm saying? That shit is about to start again, right? So you gotta think about all that. Realistically, fam, don't think about none of that shit, bro. Turn your TVs off, put your phone down, and pick up the Essentia water, fam. And we gonna end this like that. What makes Essentia better? I already told you. Our proprietary. I can't even say proprietary. Yeah, I'm off this. So hold on. Let me actually drink the water. I'm about to definitely order some. I don't even know, bro. I might get a steak, bro. I ain't even eating, but it's okay though. I do it for the pod, man. I sacrifice for this, dog. You're not podding like me, man. You're not willing to take the extra. You know what I'm saying? You're not willing to skip breakfast for the pod. You're not gonna do that. You can't do that, fam. Everybody can't go. Listen, it's episode 28, man. It is what it is. Uh, Website coming soon. We still definitely working on that website. I know I said this like 4 or 5 episodes ago, and then I kind of never even revisited it. And the truth of the matter is, I haven't even revisited the site, man. I did, and then something went left. I messed some shit up. I got frustrated, and I ain't go back. But realistically, fam, stay tuned. The site is under construction. It's coming soon on WordPress.com/EBCG. Episode 28. It's a wrap, baby. Willmatic TV.